Yes. 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 Have it done. Goodbye. Welcome. We have been expecting you here in the lobby of the Hotel Orloff. This is once again Dr. Gratu Orloff. Episode number 836, August 21st, 2023, in the year of our Lord. Gotham City Comics says, hello, you are alive. Yes, I live. I live. For how long? Who knows? But the current moment, let me pinch myself. I seem to be alive, seem to be currently awake. Very tired, very tired. But, oh, in case any of you would like to come on as a guest, I will put the link in the chat. Yeah. Tonight we're going to be talking about how much we hate comic books and everyone that collects them. The entire community. All filth. Swine. Yes, and we're going to have a sale tonight. I wait till a few more people come on. We have 3 incredible viewers. I was looking at this copy of Superman and noticing, oh, I see. I thought there was some strange language up here. It looked like someone had written something in some weird language, you know? Doesn't that look like some weird language? But I as I zoom back, I realize, oh, that's the artist trying to draw a brick wall. But I thought someone had written on this copy. Doesn't that look like someone with like some alien language, you know? The way that some Anunnaki would write, some Nephilim. It looks like the book's been vandalized. It has been vandalized. Someone drew a large red line across the cover, but that only makes the book more valuable. This book, oh, I actually have my magnifying glass up here. That's why I need to do these shows upstairs. I was taking these big comic boxes downstairs and going through them in the lobby of the hotel. But then about an hour ago, second time it's happened, the elevator stopped with my wife halfway between 2 levels. And today it was bad. We had to, I had to get the ladder and get her off the elevator and, just say, don't look. I didn't want her to look back because, a long drop. But anyway, so I don't think we'll be using that elevator for a while. And so I don't know. There's a company name on the elevator. The elevator has probably been there 40 years, but I think at some point it stopped working, from what I understand from a previous person that lived here, and they jury rigged it. So I got to figure out who jury rigged it and get them to help me fix that, I guess. Or we could live without the elevator. Only problem is moving heavy furniture up. But I guess, most people don't have elevators, so maybe there's a way to do that. Oh, I was looking for something. September 1975. Oh, here's Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics. Let's see what's going on in Mesa, Arizona. Oh my gosh, it's a skull. How you been doing?
Good.
Got all the amazing. Is that your? Oh, that's your new Father's Day guy, huh?
Yeah, I just got the suit. I just need to get a mannequin now.
Yeah, he had a mannequin based on the Father's Day segment of Creep Show, and someone bought it, so now he's having to make a new one. So, what's new at the store?
I didn't get my shipment today, so I'm at home today.
Oh, you're at your house. There's no new shipment today?
I got one box and it had a Wednesday Adams doll in it, and that was it.
Based on that TV show?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, um, I wonder if that was nationwide or just where you're at. The
No, just probably where I'm at. Maybe the weather or something.
Are you getting rain out of this hurricane?
Not very much. You got rain this morning at like 7.
But you saw a
That
little
was
bit of
it. Yeah, a little bit.
it. Yeah, this
It
relative
came
that's in
through.
Los Angeles says I don't see anything. They're making it all up on the news. I don't know if that's true, but
Seemed like they were kind of making up because what they say that LA River was full, but that's just like a little canal.
yeah. Is that where they were drag racing in the movie Grease? On that,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, they have all those races there in the movies, like in Terminator, I think they went through there.
Oh yeah, that's right, with the big semi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so geez. I talked to Charlton66. He said he might drop in. The Four Color Fossils is going to be on Thursday this week because Graphic Man contacted me and said, hey, there's the big Tucker Carlson. I think it's going to be pre-taped, but Tucker Carlson interviewing Trump is going to be Wednesday night as counter-programming to the Republican debate.
More people are probably going to watch that.
Oh yeah. That's the whole point.
Is it on at the same time or is it different?
Well, I think it's. I don't know if there's going to be a time for the Carlson Trump thing. I think it's just going to be posted on Twitter where you can watch it at any time, but it will be at the same night. And he just figures he's 40 points ahead of all those people, if not more. Why debate them? And then, of course, the media is saying, oh, he's being chicken. What a chicken Donald. Well, I don't know. What are the big sellers going to be this week, potentially, if you get your box tomorrow?
Oh, I already got my Marvel stuff. That Spider-Man 300 will be the big one this week.
Oh, the fake Spider-Man 300?
Yeah.
That's one of those books that I remember seeing on the newsstand when it came out, and I just thought, it doesn't look good. It's just like when I saw Walking Dead #1, it's like, that art looks terrible. And like when I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, it's like, what is this nerd stuff? So sometimes I make bad calls, but why buy something you don't like? I guess that wouldn't be. Oh, Graphic Man's watching. Cool. Says, hello, fellas. Hey, Mike, I hope you're doing good. That's a cool toy. What line is that?
It's a Ninja Turtle. The little head in there.
Yeah, I see that.
The original one, you could put water inside of them.
Is that from the 80s?
No, it's a remake. I have the one from the 80s is right there.
Oh, okay. Did something like this ever exist on the cartoon or?
I can't remember. I just used to like the bad guys from this
Yeah,
series because they were gross monsters. And this one you could put water in them. But
yeah.
now that they make a new one, you can't put water in them, even though he has an opening right here.
Well, yeah, because these aren't really meant for kids. They're meant for
Yeah, they said it
40-year-old
would
men to put
put
them in.
water in it, will just leak out of there.
Oh, well, sounds like they're about ready to, or they've already released some new. I can't remember what we're allowed to say on YouTube, but you know what I'm talking about. They're talking about bringing back restrictions and masks. It's the
Yeah, I sold 3 Mortal Kombat masks online today.
everyone's all the people are getting ready. Yeah, Alex Jones broke it on his show Friday or Thursday. He's been saying that this is going to happen, and then Friday night they said, we really need to bring all that back. It's really just because there's an election coming up. Um, so I don't know if people are gonna. There are sheep that there are people that never stopped wearing those things. It's just
They scared the hell out of people,
yeah, yeah. Whether they'll do it again, I will have to see. They're always saying, "Go ahead and get your booster."
and
Oh
they did.
well,
There has been people dying all around out here, and they're not telling you how they died.
yeah. We're probably not supposed to talk about that stuff, but I have a feeling that they've. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, Myers here. Hey guys. Hey, did I put the? I must have put the link in the chat because you're here. I'll put it there again so people don't have to scroll back. You're welcome. Come on, Meyer or anybody else. I was just waiting until I had I'm going to have a sale on the Tomb of Terror television show until Thursday, where I sell them for $10 each, just to raise a little late summer bonus money here at the Hotel Orloff. So and there's 33 episodes, I think 33 that I've done. Um, you don't have to order all of them, but just if you want to order a few of them, that'll be a way to save some money. They're normally $20 and $15 if you order. What was it, 4 or more? I think 4. I think it was 4 or more. Anyway, anyone wants to do that, can I put a scroll on? I think I can put scrolls on when I don't see. I don't have the free. I have the free. Create a banner. Okay, I've got to type it all out. Nah, I'll just tell you guys. The PayPal address is k.winert@yahoo.com. That's PayPal. k.winert@yahoo.com, and just $10 if you want. Just tell me what episodes you want. If you want episodes 4, 5, and 6, just send
Hey,
$30. And what do you got?
I'll, I'll tell you what. If somebody orders 5 or more,
Hmm.
I'll send them this for free.
Oh, 5 or more. You're sending them season 3.
Yeah, because I accidentally bought. I bought this. I already had one.
Oh,
I
how
thought I
is that
needed.
show?
I thought it's good. I thought I needed season 3, but it's season 4 that I guess it's not out yet.
Do they keep the comic book motif going in the TV show?
Yeah, during the um, in between, right? In between the segments,
Okay. Do they
and
try
you
to
get
do all the coloring and lighting like they did in the original Creep Show movie?
yeah, and you get a comic book with the DVD too.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
So yeah, whoever
that's
orders 5 or more from you, I'll send them this.
oh cool. Yeah, Greg Nicotero that does that show
That's
was
not part of it.
he
This
was
is
a good
7.
friend of my friend Tom Ranoni. He was they worked together in Hollywood back for years. And anyway, my friend passed away, but Greg Nicotero still. I think he did Walking Dead too, didn't he?
Yeah, right before the season started, or before they started working on season one, he ordered Greg Nicotero from Atlanta, Georgia, ordered on my eBay store one of the artist editions, Tales from the Crypt
Oh,
art books.
so
So
that's
I was like, so he was using that for inspiration before he started the show.
yeah. I remember that. My friend Tom was very aware of EC, of course, and Greg Nicotero that he worked with. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, he worked on the original. I think season or the second movie. I know for sure he worked on because it was called K&B Studios or something like that.
Yeah, that's what my friend was always talking about. K&B. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah, and that was Greg Nicotero worked there. He was just starting at that time.
Yeah, he was a new guy in Hollywood when my friend Tom worked with him.
Yeah, so
But my
yeah,
friend got the heck out of
just let me
Hollywood.
know know if anybody orders 5 or
Okay.
more, even if it's 4, like whatever,
Yeah,
whoever
yeah,
orders
yeah.
them.
Thank you so much. That provides extra incentive, but who
Mhm.
knows if anyone will.
I
Maybe
just watched this movie for the first time recently.
7.
It's the one with Brad Pitt when he says, "What's in the box?" And I've
I
always
guess
known that. I've always heard that saying.
I
Anytime
haven't
anybody
seen that.
unboxes something, they say, "What's in the box?" So the whole time in the movie, I'm knowing there's going to be something in this box.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie. I liked it.
You ever see the movie guys, what is it called? Kiss Me Deadly? Do you know the movie Kiss Me Deadly?
Doesn't ring a bell, no.
I think that's what it was called. Um Someone in the chat will know. But throughout the whole movie, it's like a detective film noir kind of movie. But they would open up the back trunk of a car and open up some box, and something would just like vaporize people basically. And it was never explained what it was, whether it was uranium or what's in there. I think that was the name of the movie. No, it can't be, because Kiss Me Deadly is not a Mickey Spillane. Anyway, that influenced David Lynch. He did, stuff like that in some movie.
Mhm.
Somebody will remember better than me. If John Goris is watching, he'll know what I'm talking about.
This was a cool segment. It was called Model Kid.
Oh,
So it's about a kid building models. He's building the old school models.
uh huh. Yeah. So, are you going to order anything from that eBay seller that had all those cool fake '60s toys?
I put that one on my watch list, but you were right. It's not 3D. It's just like a painting of it.
Or like a photograph of it, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I
it
think
would
I'm
look
gonna.
good on your wall. It would help you recreate that photograph of the monster corner, but
Mhm.
I don't know how hard it is to get one of those real ones.
Did you see that over at Power? It was called PowerCon. It was last weekend. Did you hear about that?
No.
It's like a big toy convention. It used to be just He-Man and like Thundercats, and now it's expanded to almost all action figures. And
Okay.
they had their Mego meetup, which was
Oh,
really
wow.
cool. Did you
I
see any
missed
pictures
out
from
on
it?
I missed out on all the re-releases of all the DC
They had
heroes, and now they're about to do Marvel because
Yeah,
Walmart is.
they had the guy that runs Mego there. He made an appearance,
Yeah. I
and the one guy that runs Toy Ventures, he was
Oh,
there, and um, it was cool. The thing that he made to give away at the meetup, it looked like a remember the Batman glove for Mego. It's almost like an oven mitt.
I'll admit, yeah.
So
Yeah.
they made a life size one that you could wear,
Oh boy.
and I guess everybody loved them. And it said Mego meetup on it.
Yeah, I don't know if I haven't seen this new Flash movie, but they have all these multiple versions of the heroes, or they appear at the end in some tornado or something. But it seemed like maybe if you're having all these different versions of Batman, they should have one person show up looking just like a Mego figure with mittens on and everything.
Well,
And
if it was
plastic.
the they did a similar for the He-Man comic book where all the different versions of He-Man all came together like that.
Uh-huh.
And they did. They even had the little toy versions of them show up.
Yeah, that's neat. I started watching a documentary on YouTube about the history of He-Man, and it confirmed what I thought. When those toys came out, I
Oh,
was
it's supposed
in.
to be for Conan, yeah.
Yeah, when
I
did
have
they
the
come?
original. I have the original He-Man, and it was he has brown hair, and they had to basically give him away. It was a mail away. They couldn't sell him because they're trying to pitch Conan.
Yeah,
The licensing didn't come through, so they were like, "To hell with you. We'll just make our own version called He-Man."
I remember seeing those at Circus World at the Six Flags Mall, and when they first came out, and I thought these are pretty impressive toys. They compared to all the toys that I'd seen in the past, they were pretty well sculpted and everything. But I knew that they existed because the Schwarzenegger Conan movie had come out, and um, which came out in '82, I think. And when did those come out? In '84, or was it earlier?
I think it was around '83.
'83. That was about the time I graduated high school.
It might have been '82, '83.
Yeah.
I could check
Hey,
on one of
hey,
them on the
hey
date.
Siri, when did the first He-Man toys come out?
The toy came before the cartoon even came out.
Yeah, I'm talking about when the first toy came out. That's
Yeah,
Hey Siri, when did He-Man toys start?
Okay. I found this on the web for when did Man Toys start?
When
Check it
did the
out.
man titty? What? I didn't say. Did I say man titty? I'm.
I'll
Boy.
go grab one. Let me go grab one. See if it has a date on the back.
Yeah. 1982 to present. Okay,
Yeah.
so they came out right about the same year the movie came out. Okay. All right. Well, my memory is getting jumbled, but
No, the movie came with. Oh yeah, the Conan movie.
yeah. And the Conan movie stimulated a lot of sword and sorcery stuff. There were tons of sword and sorcery movies in the '80s. Um, yeah.
Card art is really good too on the He-Man stuff.
What does it cost to get an original Castle Grayskull? Because that's a spectacular thing, even if you're not into He-Man. I'm sure you have one there in your house. Oh, my wife's on.
Gray Skull itself is pretty much a dime a dozen. There's like $20 for one.
What? And that's really because they made so many of them?
Yeah, but if you can find the box for it, I sold a box for 200 just for the box.
Does it have that Earl Norham art on it? Or?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
This guy right here, he was like the last of the figures, like the last series.
Okay. Is that supposed to be Skeletor?
No, he's called. I can't remember his name. Scareglow. His name is Scareglow. He's glow in the dark skeleton.
How well does he glow?
Last time I checked, he was pretty bright.
See, that got me thinking of my kooky spookies, and now I'm wondering where the heck are they? This happens
Uh,
to me every few days. I start thinking about something I have, and then I'm thinking, where is it? Because I'm not used to being in this new environment. Anyway, those Hasbro kooky spooky little finger puppets were ghosts, and they glowed unbelievably.
oh, this glow is pretty good. You see that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's just with an LED light I had on them.
Okay.
I didn't even think an LED light would work to charge them. That was the last series. They always say the last series of figures are the hardest to find.
So, have any interesting or funny things happened in the store lately?
Not really. I can remember. Here's the first. Here's the first He-Man figure.
That looks like a guy I used to know in high school. Myers says, "Hi Cleo, I love this conversation, guys, but I can't come on right now. I'm watching." Um, yeah, I used to know this guy named Marty.
So they took these. They couldn't sell them because they already got turned down for the Conan license.
That
So they
does kind of look like a Schwarzenegger face sculpt, somewhat.
so they made it a mail away, and then for the ones that came out later, they changed his hair color to blonde. They changed the belt, and they changed the boots.
Okay.
So this one is just a mail-in, and nobody knows like what you had to mail in. Nobody can remember.
I wonder if it tells in that documentary. I didn't get far enough.
Yeah. There's theories that it was Wonder Bread, but nobody has physical proof.
Man, it's not like it's the 1920s. This was pretty
No.
recent.
And for how many kids have this figure? Like this one right here, I found in a collection inside the Grayskull with all the other figures. So it's not like it was somebody trying to, because you could fake this, you could paint his hair,
Oh,
and you could do all these things.
Myers says Wondar.
Yeah, people call him Wondar. It's pretty much people go with Wonder Bread. I'm just saying there's no physical proof of that. Like nobody has the mail away certificate or a box that says Wonder Bread on it anywhere.
And my wife says, "Hi, Meyer. The elevator got stuck and I was caught in between floors. Gratu got me a ladder. I was more scared than she was." Graphic Man says, "I would join in as well, Meyer, but tonight I have to monitor things at work." Okay. And again, the Graphic Man's show, Four Color Fossils, is normally on Wednesday, and I've been filling in for a few weeks and will until he gets better, middle of September. But this week, the show's on Thursday night. I mentioned that in the last episode. I probably need to do a little commercial to let people know. But anyway, it's because everyone that's a normal human being is going to be watching Donald Trump on Wednesday. So we don't go on against Donald Trump. My goodness, what are we looking at there? Is that his knee?
Yeah.
My wife says, "Whoa, I can't believe how late it is. It was 2 p.m. like 5 minutes ago." Have we ever seen your dog?
No.
You're very mysterious. He just
He doesn't like cameras.
oh. uh, Well, so anyway, big sale until Thursday. Tomb of Terror, half price. Oh, what is Tomb of Terror? You may be asking. It's a DVD, an outmoded technology. I started talking about this on a recent episode, then I got sidetracked. But the point is, it's like like Dolly Parton just put out a record called Rock and Roll or something, where she does covers of famous rock and roll songs. And I think today they released Let It Be with Paul McCartney singing in the background. But anyway, she's putting out the album on pink cassette, and it's like, but cassettes are such an outmoded technology. And to me, DVDs aren't outmoded technology, but to the average person, that's many generations back because he went from DVD to Blu-ray, and then everyone likes to stream, which is a ridiculous format that is so ephemeral. They can pull a movie down, alter a movie. You have a hard copy, then it lasts, in theory. Unless something weird happens from the sky, like in Maui, then maybe it won't last. But anyway, it's a DVD-R recordable DVD. It's 2 hours long. Each episode is 2 hours long. So there's 33 episodes. So that makes 66 hours of entertainment. And it's in the same format as the Hypnotic Eye, Joe Riley's show from the 90s that I helped him work on back in the mid 90s. And oh, yeah, that is the same face, isn't it?
And
So anyway,
DVD, with DVDs, you don't need an internet either. Your internet goes down, you can still watch a movie.
yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Streaming. And another problem with streaming is, well, I haven't had this problem so much lately, but back in where we used to live in Texas, sometimes we'd put on Netflix and there'd be a lag and the voices wouldn't match the lips. It was like you're watching a.
Anytime I tried streaming, it would always have that buffering thing going on.
Buffering. Yeah. We were having trouble with that this afternoon. Yeah, people don't get it. Maybe the people that watch this show do. But you guys are probably having financial trouble because of the wonderful economy that Biden has provided us. But you could still order a few episodes. Well, there's plus you get that free prize if you order 4 or more discs from Kevin is going to be kicking in season 3 of the show.
First person to buy 4 or more.
Meyer says, "Lady in a Cage," Olivia de Havilland. She was trapped in her elevator. Yeah. I didn't ever see that movie. I uploaded a lovely picture of Dr. Fauci on Instagram, and my wife says I should watch that. I'll go look at your Instagram. Oh, that must be why I just got this notification. Where is it? Yeah, it says Graphic Man Comics tagged you in a post. Let's see.
We got this Monsters season 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. That's a great thing to have. Yeah, I mean you could stream that stuff, but it's good to have it physically. Oh, have you seen these 3D heads of the monsters? They're like plaques.
Are they masks or are they?
No, I don't think they're masks. I think they're made to hang on a wall, and they're black and white, and they're pretty good likenesses. Let me.
Are they? They make these things that they would take the actor and they would put a plaster.
Oh
right.
No, it's not like that. This is what Graphic Man did. He's got Dr. Fauci with this guy down.
A life mask. That's what they were called.
Yeah, they're not that. Let me see if. Hold on. I'll see if I can find them. I saw something on Facebook. Monsters.
I thought I saw a Herman life mask. His life mask is pretty easy to get.
Yeah, these aren't. These are just wall decor. These aren't like fancy.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, I think these are them. It's these things. Did you see that?
I never saw them. Are they made by Retro Go-Go?
Yeah, it is Retro Go-Go. Of course, they're the only people.
No, I have masks similar. You have one too.
There's Herman Munster, and I think there's Lily. She looks a little.
Are these big? What's that size right there? Say.
I think they're the human head size. It says 19 inches tall.
So it's bigger than a human head.
Bigger than
it's
a
like
human.
That, they're like the Santa one I have.
Oh, Santa okay. Claus. The grandpa, they're well sculpted.
Yeah.
They got Eddie's kind of teeth sticking out and everything. That's a great one. Oh, and look, they've got Uncle Gilbert. you get a discount at Retro Go Go where we can get them from you?
Yeah,
And
I have wholesale with them.
okay, so I'd like to, if I get them from you, it's they're still getting, they're still,
Yeah.
profiting, and
Yep.
then
I get a little bit, they get a little bit, and
yeah,
you
I
get a
cut
better
you
deal.
in on the deal.
It's win-win-win. 3 wins.
Yeah. Also made the shadow of Fauci as the devil. You've been into watch it, and I'm hearing people calling in, to AJ today. It was a scary show today because people are calling in saying that they're my father is elderly and he's on food stamps, or what do they call it, Snapchat or some snappy, I don't know what they call foods. They don't call it food stamps anymore. But then he apparently got a letter in the mail that if he wants to renew his food stamps and if he wants to go in person, he's got to show proof that he's had one of these things. And so, in other words, hey, you don't get this, you're not going to eat. And government employees, and then they're, what else were they talking about? Like maybe getting rid of people's government payments if they don't agree to. So, and then AJ was pointing out that's actually a war crime to demand that people do that to eat. But how much are those? My wife is asking. Let me look. What did you pay for your Santa?
That one was discounted because it was said scratch and dent. So
Oh,
I didn't see any dent on it though.
it
Or
looks like
scratch.
they're free. It says $0. I don't think that's accurate.
I can look. My
Why does it say $0? Well, maybe they're not selling them yet.
might be new. I didn't see them on
It
there.
says use coupon code Munsters 30 at. Oh, they're giving 30% off. Oh, they're competing with my sale. I'm probably selling. Everyone's going to buy these Munsters things, and they're not going to buy any DVDs from me. It's like I'm promoting other people's sales. Oh, they're actually pretty darn big. Here's the video on it. There's a YouTube video on it. Let me give myself full screen. I could
Cool.
actually. They're in. Oh, they're gigantic.
Hey gang, Doug Pagash.
Yeah, they're like the Santa ones.
Designer for a lot of the crazy stuff you see on our website, and I'm here with our Munsters officially licensed line of products. Check out these giant wall decor pieces. Super
It looks really great in the box.
I almost don't want to take it out of the box.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like you got to get. Oh shit! Shoot, that's large.
Each one of these characters. Bonus is that they come with a 3D wall plaque, so
Oh yeah, just like the Santa.
almost make your own Munsters gallery in your.
This is the designer, I guess.
Yeah.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
Uh-huh.
Whatever his name
The
is.
Christmas ornaments for the Tales from the Crypt. The whip, and Crypt Keeper.
This is a guy that would
Those
be
just
worth
shipped.
befriending. This is a cool guy, man. This may be one of the coolest. We should elect him president.
Uncle Gilbert. Again.
Oh shoot, that's amazing.
Super cool stuff. Comfort food for your crib, only from RetroGoGo.com.
This may be the only thing that gets us through the next pandemic because they're about to lock us down supposedly in the middle of September. Is what they're saying.
Hey, since you're there, show us the Christmas ornaments because those are shipping right now.
Oh yeah, my wife says, "Are you recording in the living room?" No, you can shut that off, and then, yeah, okay. I'm just wondering if I can turn the TV on so I don't have trouble streaming upstairs. Yeah, we're having Wi-Fi issues. Those Munsters heads look great, says Meyer. Yeah. Anyway, I still don't know what the cost of them are.
The place is in Michigan. They have a physical location on their main street down there.
Like a store you could walk in. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That would be incredible. But then watch it be in Detroit. It's like not worth living there just for that one store.
Here they are.
Oh shoot! I don't even have you. It's just me. I don't have you on the screen. Sorry about that.
This is the set of 3 that are shipping right now.
Those look great. I just wish they didn't have on the one on the
You know
right.
what? I can
I
let
wish.
that fly. I can let it fly because it's not a comic; it's a book. So maybe
Oh,
he bound his
you're
own
right.
together.
You're right. You're right.
See, these are more the comics he's holding here.
How tall? How big are these? Like the size of your fist? I don't really have a sense of scale with them.
I'm gonna say like, what does it say? Does it say on here?
Well, if they're Christmas ornaments, I imagine they're designed to hang from the tree.
So you could take the ribbon off their head, and it comes with a base.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, here's the video. Maybe we could see how big they are.
Right from the pages of the legendary and notorious EC comics of the 1950s comes the whole host themselves in all their rotten glory, introducing the Tales from the Crypt officially licensed lunatic ornament set. The Vault Keeper, the Crypt Keeper, and the Old Witch, like you've never seen them before. All 3 ornaments are
That is
fully
great.
and ready
On the
to
tree.
hand or display
This is
your
how I'm gonna do it.
lunatic on their monument style base included with each. That way you'll have plenty of time to drool over every nauseating detail.
How much are these?
Touches on their eyes and mouths to the full color art featured on their
Let's see if it says. Oh, look at the box is even really cool.
Oh,
See, I like
yours.
them.
Oh, they come as a set, not
Yeah,
individually.
no, it's a set. Oh, magnets in the base so that they secures to the.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Biker style patch on the back of each witch's robe.
Oh, well. We got a bat flying around the house.
Still?
Well, I didn't see him
Oh,
today, but last night we were watching TV downstairs and my wife saw it flying around. Uh, I wonder if it had something to do with the elevator malfunctioning. I wonder if it chewed through something. We got everything going wrong here.
These are 5 inches tall, it says.
If you order the discs, just tell me what episodes you guys want. You can pick just a random episode. Say I want to try episode 14, or you could get the first 4 or whatever. And if you order 4 or more, Kevin will include a bonus Creep Show television series volume 3. And anyway, I'm just selling them until Thursday for $10 each, and that includes postage. So so you could order 10 for $100, and that's a $200 value because they're normally $20. My wife says it flew very fast. Yes, it was. So who
I
knows?
could do this for 120 if you order them from me.
120 for all 3. When
Yeah,
do they
and
come
shipping.
out? At Christmas time?
No, they're shipping right now.
Oh shoot! How many are you getting in?
I think I got 3 or 4 sets.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to pay for them until a couple. They'd have to be added to my pile, and now that's become an inside joke. Everyone's saying, "Throw that in my pile." It's just become an inside joke.
You might sell 12 discs tonight.
Yeah, that would be good. But
if they like the catchphrase, throw that in my pile. Maybe we should make a shirt.
Yeah, except that would be a difficult. Just wearing that into a 7-Eleven, people might misinterpret. You'd have to.
Oh no, there's another guy with this here. I'll show you. There's another guy with a similar catchphrase.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, let me find him. Hold on. I know how to find him.
Right now, I think we might need, if we make any money today, we might need to actually turn it into food. Not that we're struggling that much, but yeah, I think right now we might need to actually use it for meals.
Yeah, I've been eating ramen noodle.
Well, we just ate macaroni and cheese. We're in the same boat.
I got some chili. I got some chili mac on sale.
Yeah. I'll wear it, says my wife says I'll wear it. I don't know why she said a couple weeks. What do you think she's responding? A couple of weeks. What does that mean?
What happens in a couple weeks? I don't know.
I don't know what she's referring to.
I'm out.
Mark Signard says hello. Am I pronouncing it right? Mark Signard. He says hello. And my wife says hello, Mark. She's an active participant in the chat today. She doesn't normally. She's normally watching other things. I'll
show you this guy's shirt. It's pretty close to yours.
I think she meant we ate our peasant gruel, but she says we are our peasant gruel. That might have even more meaning. The elite will soon be eating us to buy the ornaments. Oh, a couple of weeks to buy the ornaments. Oh, okay. Yeah. But my wife doesn't realize how much I have on hold. It may be I'm paying him a little bit in each month until doomsday. Doomsday could be 3 days from now, though. So, yeah, I don't know. What does an Amazing Spider-Man 300 go for? Is it really that big a deal?
I've sold one for as less as $10 and as much as $1,000.
Was it a long time ago you sold it for 10, or was it in bad condition, or what was
It
this?
was missing the back cover.
Oh, that's a pretty significant problem. Especially with a book that recent. To me, that's a book from yesterday. But what is it? Early 90s?
86 or 87, I think.
So it's
maybe it's even 88. It's late 80s.
So what is it? The first full Venom, and it's the first what's his face that draws Todd McFarlane? Is that?
No, it wasn't his first issue because he'd been doing it prior.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first full appearance of Venom, even though Venom's already been in the book.
Yeah, I guess it just was not a time period that interested me. I hear people talking about the 80s, and they're all excited about John Romita Jr., and I just, I don't know. I mean, the 90s were terrible. There was still a lot of great stuff in the 80s, but I'm starting to, I like the innocence of what is this sticking in? The innocence of the 50s and 60s. And when I was reading comics, and I'm starting to realize the stuff that happened in the mid 80s that I really loved at the time. And I thought it was very well written, and it was well written. But I'm starting to realize it really was pretty negative. And I'm kind of talking about Alan Moore, and I'll probably get 15 people unsubscribing, but I loved Watchmen when it came out, or actually I kind of stayed away from it because it looked weird. The covers looked too artsy, but then my friend Ryan said, no, you got to read this. And I read it, and it's like, okay, I see what they're doing. They're doing this adult spin on, Charlton and everything. But the more I know about what's happening in the world today, and then I realized what Alan Moore really was, it just made me realize, yeah, man, that's the beginning of, this stuff was written by a warlock. This was written by a member of the OTO that was into Crowley. And
well, I think they knew that kids weren't going to be buying comics anymore, so they had to reach the older audience that grew up with still reading comics.
I know, because about that
So
time is when the video games were hitting, and
I have a feeling if they wouldn't have done that, they might have already been over with.
yeah. But if you want to make comics about completely original characters, like say V for Vendetta, okay. But what I really had trouble with, and I liked it at the time, but I thought, oh, I don't really like that part, and now I kind of really. It Batman: The Killing Joke. The art was beautiful, but what they did to Batgirl and Commissioner Gordon in that, and now Alan Moore is real apologetic. He said, "I never meant that to be canon. I never meant that to be. That was supposed to be kind of an imaginary story." But DC just said, "Oh yeah, okay. Well, Batgirl's paralyzed, and just and somehow I guess recently she's magically unparalyzed. I don't know what they're doing in the new comics, but I thought I didn't like that stuff. I just don't like I don't like sadism and stuff. That's when all that stuff came in. Um,
This
and
is the shit right here.
Now that I realize, oh yeah, can I start a
He's a re-
pile?
he's a
Okay.
wrestler, and he goes around all the toy and comic stores, and his phrase is, "Can I start a pile?" And he starts piling stuff up on the register.
Yeah. Well, those homeless people in San Francisco should wear that shirt since they're pooping on the street. You might be able to get away with a shirt like that if you're a wrestler, but if you're a scrawny guy, I don't. Yeah. Okay. So he's
You could
kind
have
of
one that just says, you could have
he's
one that says, "I put it in my pile."
Yeah, mine would be a kind of a bootleg version of his. Let's see. Mark Sinyard says, I agree with Kenneth. I only collect gold and silver and Bronze Age comics. They take me back to a more innocent time period. And it may
I think
just
that's
be
all.
because,
That's why everybody collects. That's why we collect toys and everything.
yeah, by 1984, 83, I was in college, and then in '84, I met my friend Tom and my friend Steve, and we, then it was like college stuff, and then I always collected records and things, but then I met people that introduced me to whole new types of music, and I was buying those records, and then my friend Tom bought movie posters, and I never really even thought about that you could own all these movie posters from decades past, and then I learned how to get those, and so I was buying all kinds of stuff in the '80s, and for the most part in the '80s, I was reading stuff like I'd pick up I'd go into comic stores all the time. I'd get all the Dave Stevens covers. I'd get Hate and 8 Ball, and I'd still pick up. But I thought DC, it's like all these turds and punch bowls come along in these pretty packages. It's like Crisis on Infinite Earths was beautiful with a beautiful artwork, but it was killing off everything I'd loved about DC and the multiple universes and Earths and characters were killed off that I didn't want to see killed off. And yeah, there was just a lot of stuff that happened then. And then I remember Secret Wars came along, and I was like, oh, man, this just looks like they're trying to sell toys. I mean, if I had been a 10-year-old, I would have said, look at all the heroes together. That's great. As a college student, I looked at that and said, this is a toy line they're trying to launch, and they just need to have all the characters together that don't normally meet that often. So, so that they could make action figures all. It was so obvious to me. It just, I was too old for it, I guess. But I wasn't too old for the old. I was always buying the old stuff. But it's the matter of how old you were, when, where. But
Yeah, because comics used to be entertainment for kids, and now it's just kind of like, I think they're just storyboards. They're trying to make movies.
but I was talking to my wife last night, and I was saying that it's like they brought in all this evil because she wanted to watch V for Vendetta. So I'm watching it, and I think I'd seen part of it years ago. But I said, well, this is based on an Alan Moore comic, and the so I really look up Alan Moore and what he's into, and he worships some reptile god from ancient Greece. And he says, well, most of the people in ancient Greece knew that it was a hoax, but I think it's fun to worship a god that was originally a hoax or something. And it's like, I think the people into this Aleister Crowley religion stuff, that it's just like okay to worship any god because they're all it's confusing, but you know, in the Bible they say that the fallen angels came to earth and they had children with women they found attractive, and the fallen angels children in the Bible, they said these were the men of renown. So some people interpret that as meaning all these cultures all have all these gods, you know. In one part of the world they have Thor and Odin, and another part of the world they have, you know, Zeus, and these were actually, I think those were actually supposed to be fallen angels. I think is so basically what I don't know if this is accurate, but some people interpret the Bible as validating all of this mythology and saying, well, that maybe the mythology is actually history, that these were all fallen angels that these different cultures worship, and they would have, and you know, like Odin was having children with all these mortal women, and Hercules was, and they, so the children of the gods, which were fallen angels, were called Nephilim, I think, and the gods were called Anunnaki. I don't know. Graphic Man would be able to tell. The Greeks called them Titans. Graphic Man knows a lot about the Bible, but basically, what I'm trying to figure out is, were all of these stories actually true? I mean, to a certain degree, these were fallen angels that these ancient people were worshiping. And because my wife was saying, you think that the comics became evil in the 80s? Maybe they, I think they probably always were. And she said that might explain why you're the way you are because you've been reading comics. Because, you know, if you look at it, these comics are basically Greek Norse mythology. It's in some cases literally like Thor, but the Justice League, it lines up, each one of them line up with the Greek gods, the Roman gods. You know, Batman lines up with Ares, and the Flash with Hermes, and it's just like these are ancient stories. This isn't new stuff, and so I don't know. Maybe. Oh, and there's something about all these movie stars and all these, they always do this stuff where they cover one eye, and then that's has something to do with man, it's all jumbled in my head, but you know, Odin had the one eye, and it's like all that part of the Illuminati covering one eye and the eye on the pyramid, and I don't, it's all jumbled in my head. My wife could articulate it better than me, but you just start wondering when you see all the evil in the world, like lurking, like coming, because right now they're terrified. They think they're about to be conquered, so they're just throwing everything they can. They're like a cornered animals, like fire, like they're burning Hawaii, and then there's an earthquake and hurricane in California, and there's this that. It's like, oh, we got to put on the mask again. It's just let's, and now they're trying to put, they're about to mugshot Trump. It's just like they're desperate. They're just desperate. You know, it's like let's see what people are saying here. People probably think I'm nuts here. The Greeks called them Titans. Oh wow, look at that. Lead Paint says, "Hey Meyer," and Graphic Man says comics weren't bad, but things tend to wear down, music, governments, etc. Yeah, I think the comics were not intentionally bad, but I think people like Alan Moore, as good a writer as he is, and he is a great writer and everything, I just think he brought in, because everybody seems to want to do this dark stuff now. Oh well, I'm not doing a good job selling discs. Tomb of Terror, 33 episodes. Order a couple episodes, test them out. This is a good chance between now and Thursday at $10 each. I
I
guess.
wish I had mine right here, right now. I'd be watching one.
Oh yeah,
Need something.
The Ghost and Mr. Chicken's a great movie.
I just got that on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
But I have, and I just got this on DVD.
Oh yeah. I've got a bunch of Santo movies. I don't have that particular set. Are they dubbed into English or subtitled? How does it work? New English language
versions. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hopefully they give you the Spanish version too as an option.
Let's see. It's only one disc. I got linear notes in here.
Yeah, those are fun movies.
Oh, that's cool. There's a whole booklet that talks about everything.
Yeah.
In English, yeah.
Anyway, guys, if you want to order copies of Tomb of Terror, if you are too confused, you can just contact me through the comments in the video or send me a comment or I can give you my phone number. We can talk about it, and you can order however many you want for $10 each from now until Thursday. It's a special Jubilee sale. So yeah. So I think on a live stream I'm supposed to show comics to entertain people.
This Monsters thing is 12 discs.
Huh?
This Monsters is 12 discs.
Yeah, it was a two-year show. Did you get the soundtrack CD?
I didn't because I think I already have it. I think I have a record of it.
No, I don't think so. You sure you're not thinking of the Addams Family?
No, I could have swore the Monsters they've done the record before.
Oh, there were records that came out in the 60s, but they weren't the actual music used in the show, like the genuine soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what I was going to order, and then I thought maybe I already have it.
No, because trust me, it's never existed until just, let me see, maybe they're still selling them.
There's a setting on this Santos. It says disc 4 is one of the settings. There's only one disc in the whole thing.
Oh. Lead Paint says, "Hey, graphic man, how's your rehabilitation coming along?" That something about the word rehabilitation sounds bad. It sounds like a prison sentence. Maybe it feels like it, but recovery, yes. Well, they must still be for sale. La La Land Records.
There's a couple different versions of the soundtrack on vinyl.
Well, this is the one. It's a 2 CD set. It's the music of Jack Marshall. It has the Deputy, Wagon Train, and the Virginian. And the first disc is all the Munsters music. The other disc has some westerns he did, and it looks like that. And the reason
there's this, the one for Record Store Day.
Oh yes, that came out when the show was on the air, and that has the theme song, but it has like a children's chorus singing lyrics that apparently the theme song had lyrics that nobody really knows about, like the Gunsmoke sorry,
That for 295 years.
Just looking through it on the back.
the Bonanza theme had lyrics, and so did Star Trek. But
Here's the
that
back.
show is Herman Munster narrating the whole record, and he, and the other characters. They all. It's like a cast. It's like they're acting
Yeah,
out a radio show version of the show. It's not the actual soundtrack music. This
I
one
see
is,
that.
and it's $30. It's limited to 2,000 copies. So apparently it hasn't sold out. So I guess there aren't that many people that are cool in the world or that know about
Well,
it.
I think they think that they already have it because they have this.
Yeah, but no, this
Because I
is
talked to
actually,
my friend who owns a record store. He thinks that this is the soundtrack.
no, it isn't. It's
Yeah.
the cast doing a little
No,
children's record.
but the guy that owns a record store, he thinks that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not a Munster's nut like we are. He's
No, he's
someone.
he's a Munster's nut. He is.
Well, he just misinformed. Just got a sweet slab I'm going to crack this evening for Instagram. You should. Oh, for Instagram, you should come on live and do it while you take pictures for Insta. Are you going to do a live video on Instagram doing it, Lead Paint?
Let's do one with a golf club.
Now my wife says hello, Lead Paint. My wife is on a different account now, so that's why her name has changed.
Let's hit a slab with a golf club.
Doing well. I ate Jello today. Seriously, healing up very nicely, and I'm off of certain medicines now. I walk around more. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah. Yeah, the last Four Color Fossils kind of turned into a shit show at the end because I got upset, which I'm over now, but sometimes my Irish temper gets up, and that's why I was saying that Graphic Man's more like Johnny Carson. You can't even imagine Johnny Carson getting angry. And I'm more like the guy that was on the Tonight Show before Johnny Carson, Jack Parr, who would sometimes just walk off the set a couple of times. He was more of a volatile, insane individual than so. Let's see. Meyer Greenblatt says, "Let's open a slab with a boa constrictor."
Not really Frankenstein's monster. In fact,
that's how the sheiks do it. Oh. What are we looking at here?
Is the name of a legendary Jewish creature.
I guess it's some historian guy talking before this movie starts.
Oh,
this guy is
explaining to you about Santo. I love Jello, says my wife.
Figure made out of clay.
I always loved Jello, and then some killjoy had to tell me, that's made out of horses' hooves, don't you? It's like, really? Why do you have to tell me?
I thought it was whale. Somebody told me it was whalebone.
Basically,
it's probably everything horrible in the world, but it sure tasted great when I was a little kid at the Wyatt's cafeteria and Luby's cafeteria.
Not exactly what you would think of a monster. The other point about this film that is worth noting, as I mentioned,
I don't know who this guy is, but he looks more unhealthy than me.
Basically,
I would say he needs to eat meat.
In the film, he begins to have a personal life.
He may be a little bit.
Both he and Blue Demon both have girlfriends. Santo's girlfriend is played by actress Sasha Montenegro. Sasha Montenegro had previously.
Do you ever get Santo comic books?
I wish.
You're too bashful. All you have to do is show your hands and the hammer you're using. I need to learn how to smash. Well, not that I'm ever going to buy slab books. I've got one slab book. I would like to free it.
Take her clothes off in this movie, but she sure did in a lot of her other movies. And she was very, very popular.
So what does your TV setup look like?
I don't. I barely watch it. My TV's tiny.
I'm just curious about
I watch everything.
kind of someday I'd like
most
to see a
everything
home
is watched on
tour
my
of what your house looks like.
most everything is watched on my phone, I think, or at the store.
Cleos, my wife says, "Hey Grotz, I just got a month free trial of YouTube Premium, so you can watch stuff commercial free for a month." Yeah, she's telling me something I already know, unless you got another one on another account. Yeah,
I have YouTube Red, so I pay $10 a month to not see commercials.
Yeah, it really is better. It really
It's way
is.
better. Otherwise, you're spending half your life watching commercials.
Yeah, and some people that monetize their channel are extra greedy, because I think you can like put on there how many commercials you want, and some people like as much as possible. So literally every 3 minutes there's another commercial. There's people that are like that here in the comic book community.
There's some people that have big channels and they don't even choose monetization.
Yeah, well, I would like monetization, so I wouldn't have to like worry about macaroni and cheese. But I don't think I can get past. It's like the other day I did a show, and it was like getting up to be 270 views, and then right before I went to bed, it was said 250. And when I woke up in the morning, it still said 250, and then till about 11 in the morning, then all of a sudden 251, 200. It was like for a whole 12-hour period, they throttled it and didn't let. Someone must have been watching because it was a brand new video. But maybe they're like sometimes on Facebook, if you go too quickly, they say you're going too quickly. You're not seeing the ads properly, so you're gonna stop you. Or if you post too much on Instagram, they stop you. And maybe I was going to look at my video to check if anyone was watching it too many times, and they thought I was trying to get false views or something. I don't know. They're all very suspicious.
If you have 500 subscribers and you're having 250 views, that's pretty good. That means half the people are watching your stuff.
Well, yeah, let's see what I've been getting lately. Yeah, well, I think what I've got are pretty loyal people. I mean, some people have got a couple thousand subscribers, but they only have a few hundred that actually are loyal watchers. I guess.
I think I'd rather have quality people than just a bunch of people that don't watch.
Yeah, the only thing is, once you get over 1,000, then you can actually monetize and get a little.
Yeah, you can monetize, but it's based on views still, though.
Right. But I think, yeah, I don't know. I think I could get a little bit of income each month if I could get over 1,000. But
well, there's something on you can do if you only have 500.
Well, I had 588, and then I got mad during the last 4-color show and did a show the next day. It was like, I hate comic books, and I hate anyone that reads. I don't know. And then I lost 4 people because I guess they thought I was insane or something. I don't know.
We're going to swap their brains.
They'll be back.
Huh?
I said they'll be back.
Maybe.
Because have you seen some of the other people that make videos? It's not worth watching.
Oh yeah, let's see. It just expired. Oh, she says it would just expired, our free plan. She says, by the way, Kevin, my wife is talking to you. I'm sorry I was so crazy the other night in the background. I had a rabies attack or or a barrage of trolls. Oh, what she's talking about when we were talking on the phone the other night. My wife was starting to get mad at the end. I don't know if you were hearing it.
That's okay.
She was, because I think, what was it? I think she gets mad when I'm on the show doing a live stream for a long time, and then afterwards, then I get upset during the live stream, and then I'm, and then it's like, well, my whole evening's ruined, or I think I wrote on something that she didn't want me to write on, and then she was like, "Arr." It's like, oh shit. She's Lead Paint says, I've already spent half my life watching commercials. Why stop now? Well, commercials, all the commercials now, I don't know. I think Gratz is too big of a troll, so the smaller trolls take themselves out. Oh, look at that. That's Garbage Pail Kids. Oh, that's the cartoon. I don't know if it's this way where you guys live, but all the commercials I'm getting are Donald Trump sure was a great president. He did all these great things, but now I just think he's too much of a liability. I just don't think he could get elected. Or they'll start, Joe Biden is the worst president we ever had. Donald Trump did great things, but I just, if he runs, I think Joe Biden will still get elected. It's like they're trying to psych us out. And and it may just be because of where I live here in Virginia, which is the first state to vote. That
I'm glad I don't have commercials.
So I don't know. The drama makes me aggro.
Commissioner, what is it? A man and a young lady are here to report missing relatives. Okay, bring them here.
Is that the dialogue in the Santo movie?
Yeah.
Turn that up for a second. If that's newly done, it's gonna.
She leaves work at 7 and always gets home at 7:30. Last night she didn't come home and we haven't heard from her.
It's the same for you?
No, sir. I only came to report that my wife is missing. Another department sent me here, and please, I beg you, Commissioner.
Is there an option to watch it in Spanish with English subtitles?
Let me see. Yeah, I don't like these voices they're using.
Yeah, the voices don't sound right. Now, if you get a one of those Spanish movies dubbed into English in the '60s, like the Brainiac or
That's
the
what I was
Vampire's
hoping.
Curse, they sound great. It's like the
That's what I was
Godzilla
hoping this
movies. People have redubbed the Godzilla movies in the '90s because they didn't like the dubbing that was done in the '60s. But I always liked the '60s dubbing better because it just sounds better. Yeah, that dubbing sounds like they got a bunch of nerds from a comic book convention to do it.
That's a little harsh. I think they sound better than that.
Well, I just
Actually, no. Maybe you're right. It does sound pretty bad.
I think.
How do you change it on this remote?
Well, language option.
Blocking the flow of the electric charge into the vital
There
organs.
should be how do you go and listen to like the director's commentary on something?
Oh,
Do you have
hold on.
different? There must be a different soundtrack.
There we go. Options. There we go.
Okay.
Is it closed captions or is it something else?
Well, you'd want closed captions, but you'd also want to see if they have the original.
There's 4 different ones. There's 4 different closed captions.
Well, you want English, but what you want to also do is get the original Spanish language track. If they don't have that on there, they're not really giving you the real movie. There should be an option to watch it in its original form, especially if someone that's Spanish speaking buys that disc, because this is a movie from their homeland and then they don't even let them watch it in Spanish. That would kind of suck.
It looks like it has 4 different voices on here.
I need
You
2
can pick.
more assistants.
This one's
What
different.
happened to those 2 companions that you had that were brain surgeons? I talked to them and convinced them to work with you. It wasn't easy. They didn't recognize me at first.
This one's better.
They didn't believe me
Let
it
me
was
check.
me until I showed them a scar one of them gave me when we were kids. After they recognized you, no more arguments were needed to convince them, right? Of course not, Master.
Maybe it's not that bad, but
No, that one sounds better. Let me try this other one.
okay.
The same as the other subjects. These 2 women will exit this place
Or is that the
walking by
same?
their own means.
Sounds the same to me.
It will be easier. Why make things harder for yourself? Because I want to terrorize society. And I want the police to know what kind of mastermind they're facing.
I don't know what this button is doing then.
Sounds like the White House. You sure these aren't secret phone calls with Joe Biden?
I don't know, there's some fentanyl zombies coming.
Some of these might be movies that were never dubbed into English back then. Not all these Mexican wrestling movies were ever dubbed. So that may be the first time they've been dubbed, in which case it's the best you're going to get. It'll be perfectly enjoyable to watch them, I guess, with those voices. But it would,
your breath.
perfect world, I would watch them in Spanish with subtitles, or if they were dubbed in the 60s, I'd watch them that way. But, in the 60s, he wasn't called Santo. When they brought those movies over, they called him Samson, I think.
Frankenstein was made in 1973.
Yeah.
Drink.
Subtitle.
Well, clipping my nails here. Thanks for mesmerizing television.
Waiting to hear him talk so I can see it changed.
Oh, okay.
Prepare everything according to your instructions, Grandmaster. But I still don't know who will be
It's
the
probably
doctor.
just a difference of how they separate the speakers or something. Who knows? I just can't believe how quickly people just gave up on physical media and just became happy with streaming. But I guess the people in their 20s or 30s are excited about records. But everybody seems happy to be led down the path to Klaus Schwab's utopia, where they just own nothing and are happy, and everything can just be streamed to them in their little cardboard box they live in. By the way, we're having a sale of The Tomb of Terror, the show that I produced, and 33 episodes. Order. They're half price right now. It's a half price sale. $10 a copy. Please order them. Contact me or send money if you want to get 3 episodes. That would be $30. Postage is included. Send it to k.weinert, k.weinert at yahoo.com. You order 4 or more. If you're the first person to order 4 or more, you'll get this volume 3 of Creep Show that Kevin's showing here from Gotham City Comics.
Guy, from the computer. Hurry, make it quick.
But it'll be coming from a different address. The disc would come from me, and then, you know, I'll let Kevin know at Gotham City, and he can get that off to you. And if you live near Mesa, Arizona, then make sure you patronize this amazing shop that he runs. This is his day off. And so everybody's saying that DC actually has a handful of good comics coming out currently.
Homicide section,
I'm
Commissioner.
hearing this from multiple sources.
Nobody's buying them.
Commissioner, what is it? Am I in a young lady or
The good ones, they never promote the good
Bring
ones.
them here.
Is World's Finest selling?
Just barely.
And the people that buy it, are they just typical, or are they like more interesting people?
How can I help you?
I wouldn't say they're more interesting, no.
She leaves work at 7
The interesting people,
and always gets home
all the
at
people like you
7:30.
guys, they all
Last
left
night she
already.
didn't come
They don't
home
come
and
back.
we haven't heard from her.
What?
It's
You guys have already left.
No, sir. I only came to report that my
What do
wife
you
is
mean we left? You mean the ones in Mesa that are like us have left?
Pardon the inconvenience this late at night. No. Don't worry.
They've
Did you
already-
bring any
they've
photographs
already
to
left,
identify
you
your
know.
missing relatives?
They're not coming
Why-
back.
Left the planet, or
No. Left the comic book world.
oh, okay. You think it's a financial thing, or just disgust with?
No, they're just disgusted with things.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. But if I was living in Mesa, Arizona, even if I didn't buy any new comics, I'd still be going to your store for all the other cool stuff. But you're saying all the older people that buy comics have been displaced by, yeah, okay.
I mean, people really don't leave the house anymore, most people.
Well, that's true. So is this something that happened from the pandemic, or just before? Or?
I guess it's all started with that, yeah.
Maximize the electric
So you've
charge.
noticed a dramatic drop in business since the pandemic?
I noticed that, yeah, there's less and less people leave the house nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. Well, people may not want to when it's 109, 110 12 degrees outside, but yeah.
Something is flow the electric charge into the vital
Yeah,
organ.
sometimes I don't want to drive a block to the supermarket.
Brain.
And I think that the pandemic killed half the comic stores in the country, from what I understand.
Yeah, I just saw an article that the oldest comic shop in West Texas just closed.
West Texas. What was it called? Do you remember what it's called?
I don't remember what it's called, but then I looked to see how long they'd been open, and they'd only been open for a few years.
Okay.
So I guess they don't last long in West Texas.
Well, West Texas is kind of like desert. It's like when they make those John Wayne movies.
So there's not a lot of people that live that.
Well, it's desert, and
But it doesn't matter.
well, they have Lubbock there. That's where Buddy Holly's from. I've only driven through West Texas to go to Carlsbad Caverns when I was in sixth grade. Yeah, there's a comic store in Austin. I think it's called Austin Books. It's been there a long time. And of course, Lone Star Comics had been there since 76, but no, 77 as a physical store. And I guess they're technically still existing as mycomicshop.com, but it's no longer a store you can go into.
I only drove through Texas, I think, one time.
The same as the other subjects. These two women will exit this house without leave. Make them re-put in the auditorium. Why make things so for yourself? Because I want to help my society. And I want the police to know what
bathroom buddies? What's that? Oh, it's a card. I'm currently wearing a leg catheter just for convenience. I think he's joking. That's a pretty creepy card. What's it called?
Taking care of my sister wherever she is, and guide her safely back home.
If anyone else would like to come on for a little while, I'll put the link in the chat. Americans rate Dallas and Boston safest cities. Really, Dallas? That's not a safe city, man.
I didn't think Boston was safe either. Isn't that where they had bombings there, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're insane. It says famed Iowa pollster, race closer than it may seem. Oh, they got Trump's bond set at 200,000. I guess they think he's a flight risk. It says 73% of Republican voters wished that Donald Trump would participate in the debate. That would be fun because he would crush them. But although I think Ramaswamy seems pretty smart, maybe. So let's see. My wife says, laugh out loud. Last I had heard was Des Moines was the place, but now it's getting ruined by fentanyl. Yeah, Des Moines was supposed to be the wonderful city to live in. It seems like, what about like Salt Lake City? Wouldn't that be a perfectly wholesome place with like Donnie and Marie running around? I would think a Mormon city would be pretty safe, unless that fentanyl is everywhere.
They would freeze in fear.
I don't know, man.
Heated match continues. The rivals in the blue corner are Enrique Vera teaming up with Ray Mendoza.
Let's see. Spider-Man 300. There's 311. I have 280. I have 281.
I need the brain of Sun.
293. I think that's one that people care about because they were killing off Craven or something. And then I go to 310.
If my master
11. Yeah, that period was. I was buying it very spottily because it just wasn't the Spider-Man I remembered. What do you got there?
20 men, but he lacks the dexterity and skills of that last man. Bring him here, I would need.
Oh, that's the black one. I mean, the black dress one.
Yeah, that other one had more blood on it. The skull.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's wax. Yeah, wax. It's supposed to be a candle.
Yeah.
I have a way to make Santo come here by his own.
Yeah, that sculpt is good. I imagine if they did a Carolyn Jones Morticia with that kind of whoever sculpted that.
Here's my Pee-wee to go with her.
Look at those lovely
ladies.
Favorite wrestler. And every day it starts to second ball with
My Pee-wee is in a He-Man. What is the He-Man red floating thing with all the guns? What is that called?
I have that one there too. That big one up there.
Oh yeah, I never had that. Anyway, I've got Pee Wee Herman piloting a He-Man that I got somewhere.
He's really taking damage.
I got Rand Xerox #2 in the mail today. I haven't bought a graphic novel in like 25 years. Still got to read it. Yeah, Rand Xerox was a very that was 80s, wasn't it? That was a pretty good weird book.
Collides with the powerhouse Ray Mendoza, who stops him right in his tracks.
I don't like the ring announcing.
Yeah, well, the main problem I'm having is I don't hear the audience.
Now both of them have tapped out.
Well, you don't even see the audience. It's like a wall back there.
Yeah.
We're in the second fall.
I mean, there's
the ones that were in black and white. The earlier ones might have been more
fighting style. Just transformed him into new tag teams alongside Enrique Vera. Too bad for Santo and Blue Demon. And look at that beautiful display of Olympic wrestling moves and throws. Santo tries to use all his areas to defeat Ray.
Oh, you sent me a message earlier. I'm just now seeing it. Something's going on with these masks. I sold 3 of these today online. I haven't sold any in over a year. Mortal Kombat masks.
He tells Santo that they need to keep
yeah. I guess people figure if they're going to be forced to wear those things to buy groceries, they'll go in style.
I want to wear like a Frankenstein mask.
Well, there was one I saw that was an Alfred E. Newman grin, and I said that's what I want, and my wife said no, that's hideous. Oh, look at that!
I'm gonna wear this.
Yeah, technically it's a mask.
Here he comes. What's he gonna do? Oh wow! What a backbreaker to the spine of Enrique Vera. Another one. Ray Mendoza wants to get in. He wants tagged in. And Blue Demon goes for the Scorpion Deathlock. This could end the match, but no! He is interrupted.
If you're in those of you watching, if you can come back for the Fossils show on Thursday, let us know in the chat so I know who will be here. Again, a reminder that we're going to do Graphic Man's my replacement show for Graphic Man's Fossils show. We're going to do that on Thursday instead of Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central this week.
Change the move. Escape and turn the tables on the rules. And now Santo goes to the top rope and lands a suicide headbutt on Enrique Vera. He picks his rival up and throws him.
Thursday because most of us are interested in watching Donald Trump on Wednesday.
There to stop him. And now, oh, here he comes. Now Blue Demon uses the last of his strength to hit Ray with a scissors pen. 1, 2.
Yeah, maybe we can cut him slack since I don't think this movie has ever been dubbed into English before. This might be a first time dubbing because I think a lot of these 70s color period Mexican wrestling movies I have on disc, but they're in Spanish with English subtitles. And sometimes you can get these things on YouTube. You can see a lot of these Mexican wrestling movies for free on YouTube.
What we know, we learn from him.
My poor father.
Cheer up, Alicia. Remember, he always wanted to see you smile.
We promised to look after you, keeping that smile intact.
You two have been really good to me. It was thanks to you I could finish my schooling.
Your father will be very proud to see you turning into bacteriologist.
Santos's voice is pretty good.
He always was proud.
Yeah.
Well, no need to keep on about this. Remember you invited me to dinner.
Of course we remember.
But we also invited Lydia.
Blue, I'm starting to feel a little jealous, sweetheart.
But why? Lydia was your best friend. You invited her to live with you when your father died. And you were left alone.
Are you jealous of Lydia? Do you want the spotlight?
A little. Hurry up. We still have to pick up Lydia.
We won't take long.
Yeah, I wish I had some of these comics.
You know, I have never
Santo
been on
comics.
those matches before.
Do you have any issues of
I've seen some
Stalker or Starfire from DC in your back issue bins back at the store? Or does that sound familiar to you?
Starfire comics I have, yeah.
Well, you two
Starfire, not the Teen Titans orange skinned one, but the science fiction sword and sorcery one.
Oh,
I'd rather you did.
I
I would worry about you
thought I did.
getting distracted and losing.
Okay, because I was looking, I thought I was missing that last episode, one issue, and then, but I don't know.
I think I might.
What about early 70s Thor comics in like the 25-cent era? Do you have much of that?
That criminal is still shrouded in complete.
I found a couple the other day.
Would you girls like to go anywhere else?
Yeah, I was going through those and I was noticing a lot of times I would have every other issue or something.
You're very strict.
I picked up a little collection.
I can't abuse that.
Lovable, huh?
Yes.
It had some I picked up a little Marvel 70s collection.
He's 76 years old too.
Really?
Only 30,
There was
but I
some
hate him.
romance. There was one romance in there.
Oh. Yeah, pull the romance for me. What time will you be at the store tomorrow?
I'll be there.
I'll
I'll be there pretty early.
Yeah, I'll try calling and see if or you're gonna be is it Tuesday. You're busy packaging up stuff, or
What I meant
Well,
to
hopefully
say
I
is
get
that
this
it's
shipment
circulating in the
tomorrow.
city. There are more than 2
But I can
million
show you what
women.
I have real
That's
quick.
counting Lydia and me,
It's not
guys.
very much.
Good night.
okay. I'll write down what episodes of what issues I'm missing. Did it have a cool cover, the romance comic?
No, I can't remember.
That's weird to get a romance comic mixed in with superhero.
Yeah, just one. Look at this. This is a hand-drawn sketch.
Oh, that's really nice. What's the artist's name?
I
will transplant Santos' brain into
His name's Chadwick
Now you
Haverland. Chadwick Haverland is his name. He
That's
did this.
neat.
He did this in 2018 for me, and it's also signed by the voice of the Crypt Keeper.
Wonderful to achieve this
Oh,
wondrous
okay.
And to have Santo, I have to have Alicia.
Oh,
So what?
John has pointed out there were 53. I didn't know there were that many. 53 Santo movies, only 4 dubbed into English. Okay. Well, okay, so this is a first time dubbing. Yeah, the ones dubbed in English, I think he was called Samson. Because I think they were kind of trying to fool people in the States into not realizing it was a Mexican movie until they got into the theater and were already in the seat.
Check this out. I've been telling everybody that comes in to get their books graded. I tell them, don't get them graded. It's a scam. Get these. It's a gator guard. It's just a plastic to hold your comic in. And you can take it out. Our screws. It's like one of those old baseball card ones.
No, Professor. One of these nights.
But it's like, it feels stronger than a slab.
But I
It
think
feels like you could drop it.
what people want is the grade. That's part of their.
Oh, I'll give them a grade.
9.8.
I'll grade it for them. And I'll put it in here.
Have
And I'll put a
you
little,
ever seen
I'll put a little tag in the back.
you ever seen a 10.0?
No, he was one of my father's students.
No, I have a 9.9 now.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Oh, okay.
What I think is that Santo.
Because everybody seems to be excited about 9.8, and it makes you think 9.8 is the top number.
9.8 can have like a couple flaws.
For example.
Yeah.
Even a 9.9 can have a couple flaws.
Wouldn't be a great sacrifice. It is quite the opposite.
What is it you have that's 9.9?
I have a Ninja Turtles and I have an Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
But they're worthless. They're worthless. The only reason they're worth something is because the 9.9 on there.
This book I got, and I don't know what it's called. I bought it in this thing. It's in some kind of case. Is this the kind of case you're talking about?
No, that's a magnetic case. Those are easy to open. Just magnetic. Those are nice though.
$24 to $330. They must have looked it up on eBay.
They make those for baseball cards.
Oh, all right.
Watch, I'll show you them right here.
Hold on. Let me give you the camera back.
Is a year older than me. I am amazed by his maturing age.
Here's a baseball card in that same kind of case, magnetic.
Okay. Who's the signature? The guy that played Howard?
Yeah, what's his name?
Ed Gale, it says. I never knew that. I guess he was a little person.
Inherited his knowledge and formulas. That's why
Yeah, so it's just like that the one that you have. It's magnetic.
I suppose.
Okay.
But that gator guard, it's held down with 4 screws.
You said a couple of months ago one day you'd show us your EC comics. Were they buried or?
I wouldn't do that.
They're hard to get, yeah.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
I can show you some stuff I have right here.
Sure. Give you the full screen.
Here's another gator guard. I don't know if I showed you this before.
I don't think so, but everything's so cool that it says Disney Comics at the bottom. That's hilarious.
It was a blank cover.
I know, that's what that's what makes it so great, is it has
Well,
the official logo.
They don't like, I guess they're not going to do any more. Somebody said they're not doing any more Star Wars blanks or something.
Really?
Because they don't like what some people have been putting on them. Yeah, it's like there's a stain on there, but it's like on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the artist spilled something on there and was like, I'll just make it part of the art.
John, it says, hey, Cleo, did you see that Abramovich short I sent Ken? Was that on the the little thumb drive you sent? Because you sent 2 thumb drives. I'm supposed to put your missing cartoon on one drive, and to be honest, I haven't yet put that thumb drive in my computer because I never get on this computer except to do. I'm always on my phone. But if it's on that, I definitely, and I need to see your that Notorious cartoon you did, which is on there. Oh yeah, that's what, Dick Durock.
Yeah. I'll show you something else cool I got from. I'm surprised you knew his name. You're the only person I've ever heard say his name.
Oh, how can you forget that name once you've heard it?
He used to have his own stamp that he would put, and then he would sign over the stamp.
That poor guy. I mean, that's the only thing he's known for.
Maybe he must have been a stuntman. I bet he was a stuntman in some westerns or something.
I think so. But most stuntmen don't. Most stuntmen don't wind up signing autographs. Did you see the new Swamp Thing TV series?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, we only saw the first 2 episodes, and then we didn't see the rest. But yeah, I thought it was really good too.
Can you read that?
Is that Wes Craven?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm used to reading handwriting because I used to be
you're a teacher.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to read handwriting.
Where's weak as a child?
Oh, I haven't been looking at my email in a long time. That might be why I haven't. I don't know about it. In fact, I don't know if I have the. Yeah, I have.
Here's a rare wacky package.
It's rare from.
You can only get it in the. Remember that comic I showed you?
Oh, okay, but it's not old. From
it's not
the
old.
70s. Yeah.
It's not old. It's just a short print. They didn't make many of these.
Okay. All right.
Let's go to my lab, gentlemen.
And she signed this.
See, the great thing is if there's a another lockdown, people like us are fine because we've got all this stuff to read and movies that we've never had a chance to watch. But
yeah, I sell more stuff online, it seems, anyways.
Also removes organic tissue. Once that factor starts decreasing,
this is a cool sketch cover someone did for me.
We start getting older.
Oh wow! What do they use to draw?
This looks like colored pencil, most of it. Maybe some markers too.
Okay. What do most people use when they do these covers?
I think mostly those Copic markers, maybe.
Okay. Because when I did that cover for you, that's the only time I've done a cover. I was using acrylic paint, which you have to dip the brushes in water, and then you won't worry about, putting moisture.
Some do paint too. Look at this one. This is like one of the craziest ones I have.
Oh, that's really good.
This guy's art is phenomenal.
Who is this artist?
This is John Cebollero. This guy has crazy.
What is
he has a crazy style. Nobody has this style.
No, what is he known for? I mean, what does he do?
He's known for Garbage Pail Kids, but he'd been around since the 90s. He was the one doing the digital coloring and stuff over at Valiant.
Yeah, but this is done obviously without any computer help. So
this is all like, I don't even know how he does it. It's like paints. It's paints, but when you see it even in person, you can't even barely see like the paint strokes on it. It's so clean.
Wow, yeah, that's great. What do you remember what he? I mean, not that it's my business, but do you remember about what he charged for it?
I flew him out from New York. He lives in New York. I flew him out, and he did this for me.
Oh, okay.
It was
Was
at
he-
one of my free comic book days.
Oh, okay. So, right.
We want the killer
You gave him a free vacation and all that income from people buying his stuff.
Yeah. It's just crazy, though. You should check out his
It says that
check out
cover
his
reminds me of
Instagram.
Stigma the Sea Monster.
Your breath.
Mixed with Cthulhu, yeah.
Check out his Instagram.
What's his
CEBOLLERO.
Kabir
Ceballero.
Ceballero, okay.
Here we go. Here's a Spaceballs sketch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of sending this to CGC, I'll slab it myself.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
sending
Julie
that off.
Newmar's 90th birthday. This is oh wow.
I wouldn't send this off.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself the camera for a second. This is Julie Newmar 5 years ago when she was 85. It's insanity. She's 90 today. John Goris says, was it Bill Pullman that was in Spaceballs?
I just know John.
Was he the Han Solo character? I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie since it came out, I don't think.
That guy barely did any work in Hollywood, did he? The main guy?
I don't I don't remember the movie that well.
I remember Joan Rivers is in it.
Okay.
John Candy, Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember the main guy.
I remember there was a Han Solo character, but was there a Luke Skywalker character?
It's only to stay here until
I think he's kind of both wrapped into one, maybe.
Okay.
Let's go, sweetheart. I will take you home now.
Don't bother. I'll call a taxi. See you tomorrow, Professor.
Tomorrow, my friend.
So there's this big sale happening here at the Hotel Orloff. If you want to order episodes of the Tomb of Terror, $10 each instead of $20. Order as many episodes as you want, $10 each, postage included. Just send to PayPal, k.weinert@yahoo.com. That's k.weinert@yahoo.com. As many episodes, just $10 each. If you order 4 or more, if you're the first person to order 4 or more, Kevin is going to throw in this the whole season 3 of Creep Show, the acclaimed Greg Nicotero TV series. So make sure you order quickly so you can get the special bonus premium. Looks like we're getting tons of phone calls.
Here's one of my favorite comics.
Oh, yeah. Is that a real one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I never had that.
I got it long time ago, probably 20 plus years ago. 25 years ago I got this. It was, at that time, it was my most expensive comic I ever bought.
Really?
It was like $100.
Did you pay cash, or did you get it in trade at your store? Or?
No, it was before I opened this. It was another store. It was a store at the mall.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So that was 20 years ago. Okay.
It was 20 plus. It was $100. It was probably, since it was at a mall, it was probably, but if it wasn't at a mall, it would have been maybe $50, you know?
Your stores, you've had it about 10 years?
My store is 12.
12?
That was the most expensive comic I ever bought.
Do you have the exact day you opened, like written down somewhere?
The month I have. It was
So,
sometime in October.
so like in October of this year, will that be the 13th anniversary of your store?
Yeah. Yeah. You'll be lucky
I have a
13.
big event tied in with that.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, and it's Halloween and lucky 13th anniversary. Have a big sale or something. Buy early your Christmas presents early, some kind of theme like that.
Stop now, or we will open fire!
Well,
I got
hopefully
the
I've got
statue. The statue I got around the same time.
that is nice.
It was a Bowen statue. Remember when they made those?
Yeah, I remember the name Randy Bowen. Everyone talking about. He was the guy.
There's not a better Swamp Thing statue than this.
Is whatever happened to him?
Not sure.
Commissioner, Professor Grace wants to meet you.
You ever read the issue where the hippies are chasing him around, trying to eat these mushrooms off of him?
What era was that?
Commissioner.
80s.
Please take a seat. Thank you.
Okay, it must have been Alan Moore. I
Might have been right before.
I don't recall it offhand, so I would think maybe I might have the issue, but I don't think I've read it. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar. It seems like that's something I'd remember.
That's pretty good.
These two young detectives have been specially to the investigation of all the women who have disappeared lately.
He helps the hippies grow their weed too and dries it out for them.
Were later found dead. The professor came to report
Oh
the
my
disappearance of the woman who works with you.
When did you notice your colleague was missing?
Since last
How
night.
do you know it was last night?
Oh, I suppose it was last night because she didn't come to the lab today. And last night she didn't go
You went to
home.
her address to search for her?
But I
Sean
told her
Boris says, ever see the hard-boiled main character statue? It was pretty crazy looking, as was the book.
I
Yeah,
didn't
hard-boiled.
I remember hard-boiled.
Yeah, the art's insane. You can look at that art for hours.
Yeah,
I don't know any relatives.
I have that somewhere.
Relationships.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah, everybody should have that.
Explain yourself, Professor. What do I need to explain? Everything that has to do with Santo Blue Demon and Alicia Robles.
You have any of the 70s All-Star comics?
No theory.
When they brought All-Star comics back?
You told me that she still had a
Might have some more.
I think that Santo was
Professor Ruiz.
I've got a comic, and I haven't been able to find it for years, but it has to be here somewhere. It has to be. The first Power Girl.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that.
What good to Commander?
I
have any idea, but let's go get him.
I should go through each box and put a little mark on each box after I've gone through it. Eventually, I'll probably maybe find it.
You're probably skipping over it every time.
Well, I know it's not with the other All-Star comics.
Yeah.
And those early All-Star comics, when they brought it back with the same numbering from the 40s, there was, wood art in some of those.
You probably have it misfiled, and every time you go through that box, you're just skipping right over it because it's only one comic.
And well, These gentlemen.
Yeah.
Of course not.
You have to go through every box one at a time.
I ask you to come.
Yeah, I know.
Sir, in case you might be
That's what I've
interested.
been doing on the last couple of shows. I went through 2 boxes, but they're in the other part of the alphabet. I've been going through S and T's.
About Miss Alicia Gomez.
Um,
Do you know her? What happened to
She
Alicia?
disappeared
When?
last night. Professor Reese came to report the case. He told us Miss Robles didn't come to work this morning at the laboratory where
well, I
she worked.
thought I was going to come on and sell some episodes. You guys better take advantage of the sale, ladies and gentlemen.
Robles with both of you.
I'd buy them all if I didn't already have them.
Alicia is an
I
immensely.
think you're missing a couple of them. I think I made a couple since you bought everything up through.
Investigation of this criminal. I'm not sure that
I
this
think
case
you've got almost all of them.
We must understand then that the official police hypothesis of the case is that Alicia was kidnapped by that insane man. That's right, gentlemen. If that's true.
Did you only put my TV commercial in one episode?
You know about that monster?
No, I put it on a handful. Did you find
Did
it?
you put my? I only saw the one time the Godzilla commercial.
Anything.
Yeah.
Did you ever put the? Did you ever put the other commercial in?
What are the police doing right now?
I might have, but it seems like it. I remember the Godzilla commercial I did a few times.
But what they had happened.
I don't really know. The other one.
Sir, would you
Help me
accept
remember the other one.
The other one's Creep Show.
Let me warn you, Commander.
Oh.
Pretty much, it has the Crate Beast. It has the Father's Day.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
You
do
never
another-
seen that one?
I was going to put together a new episode. I'll put it on there.
Here, I'll show you real quick.
There's going to be a new episode pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to order the latest episode, $10 until Thursday. After that, it goes back to regular price.
You see situations like that?
She left by herself?
Yes, that's what she did.
And she didn't tell you anything that could explain her absence? For example, something she was doing, or maybe going to a friend's house?
Oh, yes. But she told me she has a boyfriend.
Oldest. There it is. I have a couple commercials. There's the Godzilla one.
No, so you never told. No. She told me it wasn't you. I remember now. She told me that she didn't have a boyfriend.
Thanks so much, Professor.
It was my pleasure to help you. I hope my information will be of great use.
Where is it?
You know, I would like to see the man who kidnapped your girlfriend jailed.
Excuse us, Professor.
See you later.
From which madhouse could Professor Ruiz have escaped?
There it is.
I hope this isn't copywritten music.
No, that's why we use that music.
What's the music you use on your comic previews?
It's something from. There's an app I have. The free one of those, some of those free songs, you know.
Since he's attorney right now, I would tell them right now, 100%, you need to come up.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know if I've used that commercial or not. I might have one time.
One of my customers made it for me.
Yeah, I might have used the Godzilla.
Yeah, the same guy that made the Godzilla one made that one too.
Is the Godzilla like a little shorter? I don't remember.
Yeah, Godzilla's way shorter.
And both of those are, the address is different, but the phone number is the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can call you in the morning, and I'm curious. I definitely, unless I already have, unlikely I already have that romance comic. I only have a couple.
Let me see if I can remember what it's called. Hold on. Is there a Marvel one called Love and Romance?
I don't know. I think they had one called Our Love Story.
I think this one's either number 9 or number 10.
Yeah, I just don't know.
There isn't one called Love and Romance, huh?
Well, I could check.
I just did and it didn't show anything.
Thank you for defending us.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Your living room now looks like a disaster area.
Was it that one, My Love?
My Love Story. I don't see what you're looking at.
Or maybe it's Love and Romance? Yeah, I think it is Love and Romance.
Oh.
No, that's Charlton.
Okay.
Shoot, I don't know what it is. If I seen the cover, I would know.
Well, it's not My Love Story. It must be Our Love Story.
Yeah, I see one called Our Love Story. It's not that, though.
Okay.
There's one called My Love. It's not that.
And look at it now. If he touches us, we're dead. I think we're almost as good as dead. That must be the monster that slaughtered those policemen in 4 seconds. Let's go.
Well, it's not this book.
No. took a picture of the ads in it.
Oh,
But I didn't take a picture of the cover.
well, I looked up Romance Comics Marvel 1970s on Google, and I get Our Love Story and Our Love Story, and then they had My Love.
That's all they had?
Well, that's all I'm seeing from the 1970s. I mean, unless it was Marvel, not DC.
It's Marvel.
DC had Young Romance and Falling in Love, and
Might have been Young Romance, I think.
well, that's DC though.
Then it wasn't.
It almost looks like if it's 1970s, it would have to be My Love or Our Love Story. That's all I'm seeing.
The thing I don't understand is why Golem didn't kill those masked men. I ordered Golem to do nothing more than to protect you, and that's what he did. You damn idiots. The newspapers and television won't take long to talk about my first
Well,
death.
you know, we can figure it out tomorrow. Let's see what it is.
My reputation.
I
really need
It's not Our Love. What was the other one?
My Love. Jambo says, "Hey guys, how's it going? We're just hanging out." Jambo, the Fossil show is going to be on Thursday this week instead of Wednesday. Will you be able to make that? Just Graphic Man was pointing out we'd be on against Donald Trump, and that would be unpatriotic if we did it Wednesday night. He didn't say it quite that way, but you know, I agreed with him. I'd rather be watching all that fun.
It's not My Love. What was the other one?
Our Love Story.
No, it's not that one. It's not my. What was the other 3 or 4?
Man, Jambo, do you know of Marvel 1970s romance comics other than My Love and Our Love Story? Well, the other ones were DC comics.
Been waiting for this chance to fight Santo. He not only wants to defeat him, he rip his mask to pieces. That was one of the biggest wishes of Valentino.
Was it a 20-cent comic? With the strip going across the top, or did it have a corner box?
I thought it had a corner box, but now I'm thinking maybe it didn't.
Well, let me try putting in 1960s.
Oh, look at that. He's
But then, you know, Marvel didn't have as many comics in the 60s.
For this great challenge. And now he uses a dangerous Boston Crab.
Oh, wait.
Santo is able to break the move by using the strength of his legs. As always, Santo will never bring a lot of
All
attractive
I'm seeing are My Love and Our Love Story for Marvel.
The ring breaks the hold on Valentino. Angel goes in after the tag from Valentino. Santo looks like he never tires. Oh, but takes a heavy punch to the face. Almost broke his nose. Now receiving the heavy blows, if you could call it that, from this monster who weighs over 220 pounds. However, Blue Demon is now quick on his feet. The match has barely started, but everyone has shown us great moves and courage. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Santo comes in with an Irish whip throw that slams Valentino.
Yeah, it's like Jambo says Thursday will be fine.
Oh, and now he uses his straight run on Mars and secures the win. The first ball goes to Santo and Blue Demon. Just listen to that sold-out crowd ovation. And now the second ball begins. Sometimes
There's a sold-out crowd, but there's nobody in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Flying through the air. But now the odds are against him, and the referee can't do anything to stop it as the Rudo side goes 2-on-1. They are the worst.
What is the name of the movie you're watching?
What an escape by
Santos and Frankenstein or something?
Okay, has Frankenstein appeared yet?
Santo likes to wait, but he makes up for that with skill. Santo was the man who knew how to avoid the count.
Dr. Frankenstein, and he was experimenting. He was experimenting on a few different people.
But now Santo is in danger in the lion's den. He needs help.
Did you see Brent Stahl's new Frankenstein?
Remind me who Brent Stahl is.
He did that really cool Jack Davis.
Oh, the toy maker.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
This new one is right here.
Oh, look at that. Abbott and Costello.
Glenn Strange Frankenstein.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I Love Comics just put up a video about Hot Girl.
Okay, Hot Girl was controversial because
There's
that
bad.
non-binary character or something.
Probably. This was at PowerCon last weekend. This photo.
That's pretty great.
The third ball has begun. The stakes are high now. Valentino passed the match by throwing Blue Demon against the ropes and waiting for him with a heavy punch. Oh, he might have broken Blue Demon's jaw.
Well, maybe someone will watch this show on a replay and order some episodes of Tomb of Terror. Tomb of Terror has all kinds of stuff, cartoons, old movie trailers, commercials, music, all kinds of entertainment. If you like this channel, you'll enjoy Tomb of Terror. If you like the Hypnotic Eye back in the 90s, Joe Riley's show, you'll enjoy this. Episode 2 of the Hypnotic Eye was a show that pretty much that whole episode was pretty much my show. He let me come into the editing bay and tell him what to put. He did the edit. He did the physical editing. I told him, okay, put this on, then put this on. And so if you like episode 2 of Hypnotic Eye, it's very much going to be very similar pacing because I haven't changed since the 1990s. I haven't changed since I was 3 years old, basically. So you'll enjoy the show.
Will those guys on the Hypnotic Eye Facebook page let you put up a post or anything?
I haven't put it on the Hypnotic Eye page, but
have you talked to any of those guys?
I talked back when I was living in Texas. I talked with somebody that wanted me to do some introduction, reminiscing about Joe Riley, and I didn't really have quite the technology to do it at the time. I think it must have been because there's a channel on Roku called like OSS 76 or something where they show the Hypnotic Eye, and I think there's a guy named Dr. Rockula that's the guy that the Hypnotic Eye. He's the one that's officially handling the show now and making sure that it's not used for profit or something. And I think he might have been the guy that was asking me. I don't know, but I noticed there are openings where different people talk about Joe Riley. I think one of them was a guy that didn't know Joe Riley, but really one was an ex-girlfriend talking about him. In front of all the episodes of Hypnotic Eye, they've got somebody that starts with a little memory of him.
He escapes from that corner. Now it's La Sentina. One of the most famous moves of the idol of the crowd.
Let's see what's
He goes for it again. Angel is flying and crashes down on the mat. His back must be broken. And now Santos uses his trademark camel clutch.
I'm gonna see what are those books called? Those reprints?
Flying scissors. Great move.
What?
Wow, it's amazing.
I'm trying to. Oh, PS. That's right. PS.
Oh yeah, PS art books. Yeah.
Flying headbutt. The crowd wants to see a legal win and prove
See which ones I have to order this month.
Oh, are you doing your ordering right now?
Well, yeah, this is due in 5 days. Airboy. I don't think anybody wants Airboy.
Hold on, let's look at it. Airboy might be cool. That's where the swamp creatures all started, with a heap.
Formerly Air Fighter Comics.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, to be honest.
As you can see,
I think some people would be interested, but it might take a while to find those people.
You will need to be over 100 years old. If that murderer can make the death walk, he might as well be Dr.
What else they have?
Or rather,
You know, it'd suck if they start using AI to do these dubs, voiceovers.
the commissioner will have to judge for himself.
Ooh, yeah. They'll
This one's
eventually make everyone obsolete.
this one people will want.
Yeah, I've always heard about this comic, but I've never read it.
if they go dressed as everyday civilians and they drive a common taxi,
Terminator. I bet Dr. Frankenstein thought about that too. If he notices he's being followed.
Oh, we will buy your dreams. That's what they advertise.
You're talking about a human life.
Yeah, I guess
I simply can't
so. I didn't know they paid for them.
That's pretty cool. I always forget my dreams about a minute after I wake up.
Yeah.
I didn't think we will need the watches as soon. I contact you with the watch. All these things get too
You
dangerous.
write them down or record yourself talking about them.
Is to personally see
It says Crime Clinic.
and then break it.
They put such small damn pictures on here. So this is Norman Sanders.
Yeah, I can tell that's Norm
They had
Song.
better pictures. It's so small you have to blow it up to even look at it. I've never been able to blow it up like this on Diamond, but I can do it on this new computer because it has a touch screen.
Oh, okay.
I've never actually been able to see these up close like this. That's pretty cool.
I knew for sure you would honor your hero title and come to the rescue of the damsel. And I know
I didn't order that one though.
promise of releasing her.
Well, I don't know much about Crime Clinic, but it's the Norm Saunders cover. You know, he's a wonderful art. Oh, that one I think I would want a copy of that.
But you're right, Santa. I will keep my promise.
I bet Jambo would want one too.
Bring Alicia Robles with us.
Yeah, he may still be watching. Yeah, I would say, unless he owns that, it's always possible he could, because he's a big time, in my opinion, a big time collector of that era.
The deadly gone.
Oh, that's a facsimile. That's like an actual comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Put me
this
down.
robot helping her?
I'd say it's a safe. I can't speak for Jambo, but I would say it's a safe bet he would want that.
Is this robot helping her, or is he capturing her?
I would guess that the hero is rescuing the girl from the robot. Jambo just says, "Yes, order me one." Was Crime Clinic also a facsimile, or was that a book?
That crime one? That was also a facsimile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jumbo wants the Lars of Mars, and I want one, and whoever else. I would think you could sell a book with a spectacular cover like that pretty easily.
Nobody wanted it. Did anybody want this crime one?
Does anyone want a crime one? I just don't know much about the interior. How much is it? Oh, it shows the inside. If it's like $10, I would. Jambo says, and a price guide.
These are $15.99.
Jambo also wants a price guide. Was there a price guide on the page?
Not on this page.
Okay, I guess he's found one.
I'll look at a different page in a second.
Okay.
For Overstreet. I found an Overstreet guide to collecting horror.
Really?
Yeah, it has some pretty cool stuff in it. Here's another one.
Oh, yes. Put Jambo and myself down for that. I'm pretty safe to assume he would want that too. This is what, October stuff.
Here's that Frazetta one.
Yeah. Jambo, you want that? That's the ultimate jungle girl stuff. It looks just like Frank Frazetta. I mean, that facially and with the hair, that looks like he's drawing himself. He's looking in the mirror. Yeah, I'd want one of those.
Look up Overstreet.
This whole facsimile thing is actually one of the first things that's gotten me excited in a while about comics. I think it's a pretty.
Oh, there's a new Shudder this week too.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, if you've got an extra copy, put it in my pile. I just got a.
It's one of those. It's one of those specials. Do they call it a special or an annual? When it has like it shows like 4 covers on the cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, sure.
What do they call that when they put those on there?
I'm sorry.
What do they call it? Is it a special or an annual?
I don't know what they call it because it seems like Warren called them both things.
Yeah.
Jambo says I have almost all of those Thunder. So maybe does that mean you don't need? I guess that means he probably doesn't need a replica if he's got the originals.
Here's Overstreet. There's
that would make sense that he has almost all of the Thunders.
Overstreet 53. They're on. They have a Death Dealer cover too.
Is this a new price guide coming out?
Yeah. I recommend this one, the big one. Oh, this is out.
Yeah, I thought it was out because I thought Charlton 66 was showing.
No, they don't. They don't do it with the. They don't do it with the spiral binding anymore. Square bound.
Oh, okay.
They used to do it with spiral, so you could so it'd hold up. You could spread it out on the desk. So they have hard covers, soft covers, and big. It's called. It just has bigger writing. Jambo, these are all in stock if you want any of these. There's Death Dealer cover, Avengers cover.
He just says, yes, the Avengers cover, soft cover, fine.
He wants Avengers soft cover.
Oh, that is nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's good.
Is that what he said? Avengers soft cover?
Yeah, he says, yes, the Avengers cover, soft cover, fine. I guess he's fine with the soft cover instead of the hard cover.
$10 cheaper.
Yeah, and if you know how to handle books, you can read a soft cover without bending the spine up and everything.
Huge amount of anesthetic gas. We better get another tank. I'll go get it.
I swear I haven't even gotten my 52nd edition in. Maybe I did. I should probably get one for myself.
It's funny how they'll say, one report will say, Blue Beetle is almost DC's worst opening weekend box office in a decade. And they'll say, it's almost the worst other than Wonder Woman 2, which came out, I think, during the pandemic. And then someone else will say, Blue Beetle is triumphant over Barbie. And it's like, well, it beat Barbie because Barbie's been out for a month. And so they're spinning the story two different ways. But I think people are liking the movie. It's just not a character I know anything about. It looks like the current Blue Beetle looks like a ripoff of the Guyver, which I think the Guyver was a movie my friend Tom worked on, or the Guyver 2. It must have been, maybe it was the first Guyver, because I think that was Stuart Gordon, the Reanimator guy, was doing an American version of the Guyver anime, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look at that. Well, that's pretty neat.
Pulp Stories, 64 pages for $12.99.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd probably get that if I didn't already have giant piles of stuff. But if you're interested in that, they need to
3
contact
complete
you.
stories.
Anyone watching this needs to contact you by what would you say, Wednesday? When are you going to order those stuff?
These I think I have to have in 5 days.
You know, this actually would be a good thing for you to do in the future. If you started doing live streams when you're ordering on your day off, and then you could have people telling you what they want as you're ordering. I wonder, does anyone do that?
Yeah.
Other people do that? That seems like a smart way to do it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. I thought I had a brilliant idea.
I mean, it is a good idea.
What happened? The other masked man came.
So what? Oh, that Great Garloo never came in, did it? The normal
No.
one?
Normal one never did.
Is it supposed to come in?
Yeah, let me look it up. See.
But it doesn't matter. There's no time to lose. I will order Gollum to escape to the secret passage. You go with him. And you, boss? Me to escape. Guys.
There's Yeah, we talked about this guy. We saw this.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
this place, there's a surprise behind every door. What did I tell you about surprises? Now we have to keep search of this damn labyrinth until we find Frankenstein.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they show these two
Take a look at
that are in stock, and then they show this one not in stock.
Professor Reese,
Is that the one I wanted?
Yeah.
the bunch of
Huh.
customers wrap me up
Just roll out.
Well, no, I don't think they ever got it.
Oh,
for Dr.
They have it ordered.
Yes, but it's also time
You see how many I ordered. They probably had their own two exclusives, so they figured, why should they carry that one?
Is the legendary
Wow.
Dr. Frankenstein.
They can't even sell the two exclusives they had.
The police detained many men from that place who are now being strongly interrogated.
Nobody knows who Carlu is.
The frozen body
Hardly.
of a beautiful woman was discovered and has been
yeah,
In the
that's
same
probably
way,
true.
the longest man with brutish physique was free. Unfortunately, Dr. Frankenstein was able to
I ordered
escape
3 of
without
them.
trace. He was not able to find the monster who killed the 4 policemen either. We will continue informing you about this case.
I'm gonna have to run in a few minutes. I gotta brush my teeth and then maybe watch something with the wife before with that. I'm really beat today. But I'll call you in the morning. But anything else? Are there any other facsimiles or PS art books? Or...
That's it for this month.
Okay.
Maybe 2 weeks we'll have another previews. That was supposed to come out. That was supposed to come out back in June. That Garlu.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's one of those things I have to call him and ask him what happened to it.
Do you still have some of the other Garlus?
Yeah. Nobody bought any.
You just figure it'll sell out immediately because it's so cool, but nobody cares.
Country has come, Colossus.
I could ask 100 people. The next 100 people, none of them would know who Garlu is.
He has issued a direct
Oh yeah, no one knows. Yeah, very few people in the world. I mean, yeah, you could be in an entire giant shopping mall and know that no one else in that whole mall knows who that is.
That I accept a challenge from that.
But
and I will do my
Even if you didn't know who it was, why wouldn't you want this?
yeah, you probably want the original thing.
Even if I saw this for the first time, I would buy it instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, you wonder how many people there really are out there, you know, that think like us.
Why do you hide your face behind that?
It's cool.
He will really understand you because he doesn't.
No way.
Like, you'd almost need to market something like that, not to comic book people, but like in a group of people into the Cramps or the Misfits. You'll almost like market it to punk rockers or people that are into rockabilly or old music and old mid-century culture. That's more.
Would probably sell better in an antique shop or something.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lot of crossover, you know, because the Cramps, the band The Cramps, they were comic collectors and they were all about the whole culture that surrounds that kind of music, including weird toys like that and monster movies. And there are people into that, but
even the antique stores out here, all they have is Funkos now. The antique stores, that's all they carry.
yeah. Well, yeah, and that'll, yeah.
Those Funkos are never going to go away. We're going to start seeing them in yard sales.
Yeah, they won't. It's going to be like Beanie Babies. You're going to see Funkos the rest of your life.
I think it's going to be worse than Beanie Babies.
But don't lower your guard again for a second.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that guy sell the Beanie Babies on the Shopping Network back in the day?
I'm sure I saw that, but I also remember when they were selling comic books on the shopping networks back in the 90s, and they were talking about the foil covers and everything and selling them as collectibles. Yeah,
He was selling this a 94-piece Beanie Baby set.
I wonder if somebody recorded some of the footage from the Home Shopping Network work when they were selling comic books, and maybe some of that footage is on YouTube somewhere. That would be interesting historically.
This guy was telling you to buy all these because they were going to be retiring them, and this was a big investment you could do.
It almost looks like Mike Lindell a little bit.
His name's Don West. He later became a wrestling announcer before he passed away.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. $2,000 they were selling for 94 piece.
Well, yeah, well.
Think how much money that guy made doing that.
I wonder if any of those have maintained value or what.
Right there. We're going to give you the $400 Maple Bear free in this package. Look at that. We're going to give you the $400 Maple Bear free. So basically,
it's on YouTube, yeah.
I want you to understand something. We're going to go through everything you're going to get. You are going to get, guaranteed, you know now, because we're going to give you Princess and Aaron. I see Glory. Glory's in here. Wait, and again, we haven't even gotten started yet, folks. So you got to understand what I'm getting ready to tell you. They're already selling. And here's the problem. Are you ready for this, folks? Now, here's the problem. Number one, we only have a few of these. And I can rest assured, I'm looking at it right here. According to this, if I read this right, we have 32. That's right. Folks, if we're going to double check on that, we may only have. I believe that we may only have 32 of these. But let me explain something. The retirement
32
is coming up either September 1st or October 1st. We've been hearing rumors of all the way around the board. Guaranteed. Every single thing to retire. The only one that wouldn't retire would be there's only one Beanie Baby that's not in here that's possibly be retired. That's Britannia, and it is not going to be retired. It's it's the current Beanie Baby for this year, and it's $1,000 by itself, and it's not going to be retired. So. Here's the deal.
$1,000 Beanie Baby.
You are going to get every single current American Beanie Baby release. That's 65
to speed
right there, like that. 65 current Beanie Babies. Actually, that's wrong.
That sounds like wrestling. Yeah.
We're going to throw in the Maple that was only released in Canada. That's a $400 Beanie Baby.
by itself.
By itself, we sell them out at $399.95. By itself, right now, we are going to give you this one. Are you ready for this?
How is that not a Ponzi scheme for you?
Yeah, I know.
That's just what they're doing now on some of this stuff. Selling them for $400 and they were still making them.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't limited edition. They were making them.
And they're not even that cool looking. There's nothing.
No, it's a bear. All they are is just different bears with some different sewn on them. A different color.
Yeah, that was the 90s, right?
That was the 90s Ponzi scheme thing.
Yeah, oh man. Terrible.
Now they're doing it with these NFTs.
The other thing in the 90s was all the sports cards. A lot of the comic stores were mostly sports cards.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna run and feed the dog and the cats, brush my teeth, and watch something with the wife. I'll call you in the morning. I'll just call you at the store number.
Yeah, let me know if somebody gets this.
Oh yeah, I sure will. The first person again that orders 4 episodes of Tomb of Terror at $10 each will get that's probably at least
It's
worth
like
30
$20.
bucks, isn't it?
I think I paid 20 for it.
Okay. Yeah. So you'd be getting that extra if you order 4 copies of Tomb of Terror and any episodes. There's 33 episodes, and I'm about to make a 30. I make them mainly for myself. But if anyone else wants to share in my insane stuff that I like, you're welcome to, and orders and you know. And later on, if you short on money and you're wanting to get episodes of Tomb of Terror after this sale goes off Thursday, and you want to like trade some comics you've got doubles of for episodes of Tomb of Terror, I'll be totally amenable to trades. These are not good financial times, which is probably why I'm not getting hundreds of orders like that Beanie Baby guy just now, because everybody's suffering in this. Although they say that the economy is wonderful, but look around and see if you believe it. But anyway, yeah, it's real nice. Appreciate you coming on tonight, Kevin, and
Yep.
hit the trail.
See you guys. All right, see you guys.
All right, take care, and everybody, happy trails to you. And until we meet again, I'll do another episode or 2, maybe before Thursday. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing the episodes. And but Thursday night, 7:00 Central, be back. And the sale will still be going on Thursday, so I'll probably still be trying to sell it during 4-color fossil. 4-color, I call it the 4-color freakout, because 4-color fossils, when it's called 4-color fossils, you're getting a whole different animal. You're getting Micah, Graphic Man, the original founder of the 4-color fossils, and the show is far superior than when I'm on, because I have a tendency to be mercurial and insane, and sometimes some people don't like me as much. I notice a lot of the people that are normally in the chat, they don't show up when I'm the host, but that's fine. So I will be hitting the road. This is polar seltzer water. It's not beer. Anyway, take care, ladies and gentlemen. Say your prayers. Buckle up for the big ride coming up next few months. Looks like we're going to be in for some interesting times, which wasn't that an old Chinese curse? May you not live in interesting times. We're living in interesting times, so say your prayers and beware of the Nephilim, ladies and gentlemen.